Good news, my friends. The foolhardy venture of Freedom Storage is now come to an end. It wasn't foolhardy. The government screwed me over in a big way. Fuck the government. But seeing as how I have a kid and not really enough money to buy a Komatsu dozer, I figured best to get back to blacksmithing, eh? So to that, we're going to be building a new forge. The NPC blacksmith is going to be coming back, and everything that has been left unfinished when my house was sold in the divorce will be completed. I know you've waited for this for a long time, my friends. I appreciate your patience. The time is here. It is now. So let me run through a quick rundown. I'll show you what we're gonna do, the plan, all that kind of stuff. Come with me, this way. First, here is Fenrir in all his glory. Hey, buddy. All the pets in the world. Goodest of boys. We are going to be tucking a nice forge back here, about 13 feet wide and 30 feet long. One wall will start here, and we go this way. Right here will be about the middle of the forge. I know it's kind of a mess back here. That's part of the reason why we're not forging yet. We gotta build a forge here. A raccoon made this mess. Anyway, I digress. Remember this puppy. We will be having a lot of videos coming out very soon about all the progress of all of this, but the forge, end of the forge will probably come to about here, and then maybe a bit of a covered outside-y area. We'll have doors on both ends, so we'll be able to walk basically completely through the forge. It'll also mean that people will be able to stand around on either end, because one end's gonna have power hammers, the other end's gonna have anvils, and in the middle here will be the forges, propane and coal. I'm going to build new forges for each. Frankenforge is being retired, and I'm going to build something specific for this spot. My old coal forge is going to be somewhat disassembled and create something new out of the pieces. I've got a little bit of arborist work to do. Make sure that we've got a chimney with a cap on top, like screens and stuff to make sure. Spark arresters. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm going to make a spark arrestor, so that way we don't cause any fires. That would be terrible. The only fires you want are inside the forge. So, you've seen where the forge is going to be. Oh, and of course, out here will be my metal collection area, of which, it kind of already is, but I'll make it nicer. Ding! Well, in order to build a forge, I need wood. Wood is expensive, and I don't want to spend a lot of money, because I already spent it all on a failed business. It's not failed, blah, blah, blah. It failed. Let's just cut that out. Failed. It's kind of hard to see because it's a little overgrown, but there's a building in here. And inside this building is all of my blacksmithing stuff. And boy howdy, there's a lot of it. This is where I'm going to get my wood. As you can see, I've got some nice timbers here, solid, sturdy, ready to be used. Once I, disassemble the place. This part back here was built a long time ago, and this part back here was built less long time ago. So over there, I've got timbers for posts and that kind of thing. And over here, I've got 2x4s for, the frame. Between the two, I've got enough wood to build a forge. And then if you remember the backdrop for my previous forge, that was at my old house. Of course, that was sold. But we're going to keep that aesthetic. I really like the outsides of those boards. They're called cants. And yes, we can. And this whole thing is all going to be built post and beam, all on, you put the 4x4s into these concrete blocks, brownie blocks or something like that they're called. And basically you get a foundation without having a foundation, meaning the government can go fuck itself. It's fuck the government. I don't need a permit for this. Ha! Well, I just put my foot through the floor. As you can tell, this barn is no longer in good enough condition to be used for anything other than storing stuff that just gets not wet, but doesn't stay very dry. First, I gotta get all this stuff out of here, because you can't take a building down with all the stuff still in it. That is, unless you don't want the stuff, I guess. And I do want the stuff. I need this for the forge. So we're gonna take everything in there. Man, that sun's bright. And we're gonna put it all over here. temporarily, tarp it all up, that kind of thing. I just probably not gonna rain really, but should tarp it up anyway. First thing I gotta do is clean all this up out here. Once I clean up all this, I can bring all that over here, and I can start taking that down, lay it all out here so that we get a great idea of everything that we have, and that's when the building begins. Yes, it's more work than it would be just to go to the store and buy wood, but I got no money. So we'll do it this way. Blacksmiths don't make mistakes, just rapid redesign choices. It's taken time, but we're finally here. Didn't I say? One way or another, July is when we start forging again. Here we are. It's a shame that Freedom Storage doesn't get to continue. I was really hoping that that was going to be my next step up in like financial success. Fuck the government. But I learned a lot of valuable lessons. Once the forge is built, Saturdays I'm going to have classes, in-person classes, that I'll probably also have live stream going as well. After that will be the NPC Blacksmith. After the NPC Blacksmith will be the after party. We're bringing it all back, my friends. Monday I'll be forging. Tuesday I'll be editing, that kind of thing. Wednesday forge again. Thursday edit again. Friday forging. Saturday forging. Sunday editing, preparing for next week. That's my content schedule plan that I'm coming up with. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments. Are you excited? I'm excited. You'll see a whole bunch more videos coming out, repurposed kind of stuff that I'm using, trying to learn how to use Opus Clip to make some cool content for you out of the stuff that I've already made, while at the same time doing all of this grand things as well. So I'll be live streaming a great deal of it and making videos from a whole bunch more. I don't want to spend all my time editing. I'm going to try to utilize AI for as much of the editing portion as I possibly can. If you have a question, leave in the comments. I'll do my best to answer, maybe even with a video. You never know. Bye for now, my friends. May the forge serve you very well.